Hi Pankhurst, and welcome to your second math lesson this week. So today our learning objective is, can I interpret pictograms? So in yesterday's lesson you looked at what pictograms look like and how to use tallies and transfer it onto a pictogram and what a key is. So in today's lesson we will be recapping our learning from year 2 so that we are able to explain what a pictogram is showing, be able to use the key to help understand the pictogram, and be able to identify key information in a pictogram. So here's our lesson starter. What I would like you to do is take out your whiteboard and whiteboard pen, and can you work out the answers to your lesson starter? And when you are done, come back to my video and then I'll show you how to work it out. Okay, fantastic. So number 1 says, how many animals are there altogether? So we know that the key shows us that 1 square means 4 animals. Okay, so now let's count how many squares we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So because it's saying how many there are altogether, I'm going to do 10 times 4. And the reason I'm doing 10 times 4 is because I have 10 squares, but 1 square equals 4. And we all know 10 times 4 equals 40. Okay. Now, it says here, write 548p in pounds and pence. So your answer should be, remember when we split the amount. So 5 means 500, 48 means 48p. So we know it'll be £5.48. Now it says find the product of 18 and 4. And what is 345 take away 100? So your answers are here. So question number 1, the answer is 40. For question number 2, the answer is £5.48p. For question number 3, it says find the products of 18 and 4, which is 72. Okay, so 18 times 4. Then it says, what is 345 take away 100, which is 245. So here's your guided practice. It says here, Jodie counted all the vehicles she saw on the way to school. She recorded her results in the pictogram below. Explain how to find the pictogram to find out which vehicle Jodie saw the most. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is work this out. Back to my screen and I'll show you how to do it. Okay. So it says here, Jodie counted all the vehicles she saw on the way to school. She recorded her results. And then it says, explain how to find the pictogram to find out which vehicle Jodie saw the most. So the way to do this is, so when you look at the pictogram which has the most pictures on it obviously means that's what she saw the most. So if we look at this, we know she saw the car most because there's more pictures of cars. Okay, there's more pictures of cars than any other vehicle. And that is how we would use a pictogram. You would look at the pictures that are being represented as numbers, and whichever object has the most pictures obviously means the most vehicle. Okay, so now it says here 1 vehicle means 5. So if I look over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I know 7 times 5 is 35. Okay, so bicycles is showing 3. 1 means 5, so 3 times 5 is 15. Motorbike is showing me 2. 1 means 5, so that means 10. And then over here, the bus is showing me 4. 4 times 5 means 20. Okay, so even by looking at my numbers, once I've worked it out, I know she saw cars the most. Okay. Now, guided practice number 2. So guided practice number 2 says, answer the questions about the pictogram. How many bicycles were seen? How many more bicycles were seen than motorbikes, and 4 buses were seen. Do you agree? Okay, now it says how many bicycles were seen. I know I've got 3 pictures here, and I'm going to times those 3 by 5 because 1 train means 5. So I know 15 bicycles had been seen. So that is 15. Then it says how many more bicycles were seen than motorbikes. I know how many bicycles were seen, but I need to work out motorbikes. So I can see 2 pictures here. So I'm going to write 2. And I'm going to times it by the number 5 because 1 picture means 5. 2 times 5 I know is 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I know there were 10 motorbikes, but now it's telling me now it's asking me how many more bicycles were seen. So I am going to do bicycles, take away motorbikes. Yeah, I know 5 take away nothing is 5. And I know 1 take away 1 is nothing. So there were 5 more motorbikes. Now it says 4 buses were seen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you agree? Fantastic. The answer is no. You shouldn't agree because that doesn't, 1 picture doesn't mean 1. 1 picture means 5. So 4 buses weren't seen. 4 times 5 buses were seen because 4 pictures, 1 picture means 5. So I need to count that as 5. So 4 times 5 is 20. So no, I do not agree because 1 picture represents 5, which means 4 times 5 is 20. So 20 buses were seen. Okay. Now, guided practice number 3. The pictogram shows how many cupcakes Mrs. White made each day for the school bake sale. Explain how to find out how many cupcakes she made on Monday and Tuesday altogether. If you can pause the screen now and then work out your answer and come back to my screen when you are ready. So your question says, explain how to find out how many cupcakes she made on Monday and Tuesday altogether. So I know 1 cupcake means 2. But now if I look at this cupcake on Monday, it's half. So what? If that's half, I need to work out what half of 2, because 1 cupcake means 2, but half a cupcake means another number. So what do you think that means? Fantastic, 1. Okay. So I can't do 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 because that's a different number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count my full cakes first because I know they represent 2, which are the same number. So I'm going to count them in 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. I know I have 8 full cupcakes. And then I need to add that 1. And the reason I need to add that 1 is because that picture does represent 1. So I know there are 9 cupcakes for Monday. Let's count Tuesday. So I can see full cupcakes, no half. So all of those I'm going to count in 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. So I know that's 8. So I am going to add this number and this number to find out how many I have altogether. And 9 add 8 equals 17. Okay, so I know there are 17 cupcakes altogether for Monday and Tuesday. And what I did was I had to half 2 for the half cupcake. Yeah, because that cupcake is half, the value isn't 2 anymore. Yeah, so I need to half the number 2. All right, fantastic. So now, guided practice number 4. Answer the questions about the pictogram below. Okay, how many cupcakes were made on Tuesday and Thursday altogether? Then, how many more cupcakes were made on Wednesday than Friday? And then, how many cupcakes were made in total. Okay, so if you pause the screen now, it'll work out the answer and then come back to my screen when you are ready. Okay, fantastic. So now it's the first question says how many cupcakes were made on Tuesday and Thursday altogether. So I'm going to look at Tuesday and Thursday. So Tuesday, I can't see any half cupcakes, I can only see full. So that means each cupcake, each picture means 2 cupcakes. So I'm going to count this in twos. 2, 4, 6, 8. And the reason I'm counting it in twos is because one cupcake means 2. So 4 times 2. So 4 pictures. Each picture means 2, which gives me 8. And then Thursday, I can see 1, 2. So 2 pictures times 2 cupcakes because 1 picture means 2. That is 4. Okay, so all together on Tuesday and Thursday, I need to do 8 add 4. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 cupcakes all together. Okay, now let's work out question number 2. So question number 2 says, how many more cupcakes were made on Wednesday than Friday? So I'm going to work out how many I have on Wednesday than Friday. So Wednesday, remember, 1 picture means 2. So I'm going to count the pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 pictures. And each picture means 2, which means I have 12 cupcakes on Wednesday. Now let's do Friday. So I can see I have a half there, so that means 1. So I'm going to count how many full cupcakes I have. 1, 2, 3. So 3 times 2 gives me 6. Yeah, but then I've still got this 1 here, which is the half. So then I'll do 6 plus 1 equals 7. So I know that Wednesday has more cupcakes, but how many more? So I'm going to do 12 take away 7, which is 5. So Wednesday has 5 more cupcakes. Now let's work out the last question. It says how many cupcakes were made in total? So what we need to do here is we need to work out the total for each day and then add them together. So on Monday, let's count in twos, then add 1, because remember 1 picture represents 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. Then I'm going to add the 1 because that means 1. So that was 9. 8 add 1 is 9. 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, and the total of that is 40. And another way we could have done this was transfer this cake onto there. Okay, so then we have a full one there. Now let's add them together. Okay, let's count how many cupcakes we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I know 20 times 2 equals 40. Yeah, fantastic. So now Guided practice number 5, I think it is. The mathstronaut are discussing the pictogram. They are discussing the pictogram. They are all correct. Can you prove they are all correct? So the blue mathstronaut is saying 50 red and green jumpers were sold altogether. And the red one is saying red jumpers sold plus blue jumpers sold equals grey jumpers sold. Okay, so if you can just pause the screen and work this out now, and I'll come back to you. Then come back to my video when you're ready. Okay, so let's work out what the blue mathstronaut is saying. So blue mathstronaut is saying 50 red jumpers and green jumpers were sold all together. So we know one picture represents 10 jumpers. So the easiest way to do it is count it in tens. Yeah, and we're going to count the red and then the green. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we know that is correct. And we can also check that by counting the red jumpers. So we have 3 red jumpers and 2 green jumpers, which is 5 altogether. So 5 times 10 is 50. Okay. Now let's work out what the red mathstronaut is saying. So the red mathstronaut is saying that the total number of red and blue jumpers, so the red jumpers plus the blue jumpers is equal to the grey jumpers sold. So now we know 1, 2, 3 red jumpers plus the blue jumpers, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 pictures times 10 gives me 70. We can double check that by counting the red and blue jumpers in tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So that's correct. Equals to the same number as the grey jumpers. Now, shall we count the grey jumpers in tens? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So we know he's correct too. Fantastic. Now is your independent task. Okay, choose between activity 1, activity 2, and activity 3. Then you could challenge yourself with challenge questions. Now you all know what activity you should be doing. Okay, some of you have been told separately by me and Miss Lewis to attempt activity number 3 so that you know who you are and that is what you should be doing. So activity 1 says answer the questions about the pictogram. So for example, A says how many points is each symbol worth? So we know it's worth 10 points. Okay, so pause the screen here if you're meant to be doing activity 1. So activity 2 says answer these questions using the pictogram. So for example, A says how many goals did the Eagles score? You need to work out how many goals the Eagles scored. So one picture means 2 goals. So we're going to count in 2s, 2, 4. So we know the Eagles scored 4. Okay, if you're meant to be doing activity 2, please pause the screen here. Okay, and then activity 3 is the following. Answer these questions and using the pictogram below. So just answer the question, do what it's asking you to do. So pause the screen here if you're meant to be doing activity 3. And then your challenge is the following. Okay, so once you have finished your activity, you can attempt the challenge. I look forward to seeing your work on Tapestry, Pankhurst, so do not forget to upload it, and I'll see you in your next lesson. Goodbye.